What's up, everybody? It's your boy Showtimedr. So, I wanted to just make a, semi-quick video. Probably be like 20-30 minutes, we'll see. The theme of this video is basically going to be which heroes do you hate running into in PvP. And also, I got a brief account update to go over here, so go ahead and show you guys. I got a new ML5, my second one after all this time. Let's see if I can get him here. Not exactly who I wanted, but there he is, Mr. DC himself. So, I've been updating myself with the PvP tier list, and I've seen that from when I quit versus when I've come back now. Corvus has stepped down just a step. I think he's like A tier or something like that. Might be B tier now. The main issue with him is there's just so much dark counter in the game now. So that, you know, like little Queen Charlotte and Specimen Says is there, etc. Even though I heard he got a little bit of a nerf, so... So anyways, and that already joins as well my stacked dark roster. As you can see here, I got Kitty, I got Ken, I got BBK, I got Lutz. I'm actually going to start doing something with Shooting Star. I've been inspired, but I'll share more on that. And then, yeah, I got all these potential candidates here, which actually I probably need to work on that Challenger next. But, so yeah, my Dark team is stacked. Now, if you want to see something sad, my Light team, not so great. I mean, there's potential there. I'm going to get Doris up fairly soon. I was thinking of building Silk just as a combat readiness, what would you say, unpusher, puller, whatever. Just someone that can get combat readiness back because she has this skill. Maybe it wasn't that one. It's this one. So basically, you can mess with people's combat readiness if you get her attacking twice or follow-up attacks, as well as... you know, what have you here. And this one can possibly push something down 100, so I was thinking about trying that out on her and seeing if we could do like a boss cheese or something eventually build with her. Building Doris, like I said. Basar, I was convinced, a comment in one of the other videos, just avoid that 45 neck. It was literally there just for the set. Because he's a good combat readiness pusher, apparently. With his ulti here, which is something I lack in PvP. So, eventually I'll get around to him as well. But, overall, I'm sure all you guys have share similar traits on your accounts. Certain elements are stronger and weaker than others, just depending on what heroes you have and possibly the gear. The combinations. But for me, my fire team's lacking. Those are literally my only two real fire units. We don't count Haste, because he's garbage. My water's pretty strong. My grass is pretty strong. My dark's pretty strong. And my light is horrible. So light and fire is what I need to improve on. Although I did, he's close now. He's close to 60. I've been working on Raz. He actually took me through Abyss 99, which was nice. So I've been working on him. He's shaping up to be pretty good. Yeah, if you want to see stats. Not the best right now, but we'll get him higher. So, but anyways, guys, so topic of this video is which heroes are you annoyed with running into in PvP? For me, it's a special case because the newest hero I have on my roster is actually Elena, which was Season 2. So it's been a while. So let's go ahead, start going over heroes I don't like to see in PvP arena. Kisei, for one, usually you don't see her much anymore, but if you see a Kisei in arena, that means that they're very confident that she's fast enough that she's going to get her turn 3 off. And it's going to basically reset the skill cooldowns of all your skills so that you're not going to be able to do your skill 2 and skill 3 immediately in PvP. So usually when I see her, and especially if I see her with someone like... you know, any of the combat readiness pushers, I'm just like, nope. I'm done. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think her imprint, where you would see an imprint. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Nope, it's all attack. I thought maybe she had a speed one. Well, there you go. Euphine. Euphine can be a little hard for me just because she just single target hits so hard. And like I said, my fire team's lacking to just kill her really quickly. I got Soul, and that's about it. And I have a really strong water team, so that's not that good. I don't mind seeing Ruel. Karin, it just depends who he's with. If he's with a bunch of hard hitters like Rylet and, say, ML Ken or, you know, any of the typical hard hitters you might see in PvP. Arbiter Vildred, then that's usually a no for me. Now, Charles, he's a special case. Depending on who he's with, I had a fight, I think it was earlier this week, where Charles, first off, he follow-up attacked whoever did the first attack, which was a, what's her face? C-Dom. So she buffs herself, pushes everybody, and then she attacks. Hits hard, he follow-up smashed. And I was like, what the fuck? So he basically, it was 3 attacks. He follow-up slashed and then did a smash right on top of that. And then this dude countered when I wasn't even hitting him 4 times in a row and smashed all 4 times with the follow-up S2. And just erased my team, so I really don't like seeing Charles unless he's not with someone that can make him dangerous, because normally my, all of my debuffers are very much, water, so he just smashes on them all. Let's see here. Who else? Tywin, depending on who he's with. Because he can be a really good setup for defense break, buff, crit buff, and then he'll smash you. Karin, one more thing I should mention about him. I can actually handle his immortality with Soul. But the problem is he'll usually be in there with a strong water type like Seaside Bologna. So Soul doesn't do too well against people who hit him really hard, at least in my case. Let's see who else. Basar. I almost always avoid Basar teams. Not completely. It's just the Basar meta right now in PvP, as I found out, which is nuts. Dispels all buffs, makes you unable to be buffed. Depending on... I actually beat one earlier that was like a level 47 Basar. I thought it was a troll team, but the follow-up to Basar, there was like one heavy hitter and that was it. So... didn't bother me so much there. Regular Violet, it just depends who he's paired with. But if I can get him with Soul or somebody that can hit him, it's fine normally. Sirmia I still have issues with just because I like to run Vivian, but she'll pretty much one-shot most grass heroes in most cases, and unless you got some serious defense going on. Unfortunately, I don't have like an FCC or anyone that can help me absorb an attack. So that always sucks. Vivian, I use her, and I am scared to fight against her, especially if there's a bunch of AoE heroes. I'm bringing up an Elena to kind of deal with that a bit, but she's not ready yet, and I don't have a Roana. So I try not to mess with her too much. I don't mind seeing Elena usually. Dizzy's kind of par for the course. Alencia can be an issue if she's paired with some significant follow-up attack, like, say, a Spectre Tenny or Arbiter Vildred, just because of the Dispel. And she just has, like, a really good kit. I think she's top tier, to be perfectly honest, in PvP. She just has, like, this really awesome kit to handle a lot of things. And yeah, the follow-up smashes that she does, and she can put up defense break. Just an awesome hero. I wish I had her. Roana, this lady is my bane in PvP, and I'll tell you why. Essentially, it's her 2. I don't even mind her 3 so much, even though it's nice, it does the revive and all that stuff, but her 2 is what kills me, because always heals allies, and there's no cooldown on this like there is with Elena. On counterattack, extra attack, or dual attack, increases combat readiness of all allies by 5% and recovers health proportional to her health, and her health is usually ginormous. And like I said, I don't have a fire unit that can just smash through her real quick necessarily without being vulnerable. And the greater majority of my damage units, so like ML Kin, counter, Seaside Bologna, counter, regular Bologna, if I take her, she does lots of good follow-up because I have Rosa Hargana on her. And then pretty much everybody that I have is either like Kitty Clarissa, a dual strike machine, or what have you, so this doesn't work out, unfortunately, for me. So I almost always avoid her, especially if she has someone that pairs well with her to cover like a defense buff from, say, a Ross or whatever. She's my current Bane right now, and it's really hard for me to get around her. Celine, I will rarely face just because of the RNG, although I did see that her alternate equipment makes it so that her 2 intuition, so she basically ults whenever someone does a non-attack skill. And it's supposed to be random, but it can also be skilled with alternate equipment to hit whoever has the highest attack. So now that I know that, I can kind of cheese that a little bit. But you know that not necessarily everybody has that equipped on her. Who else here? Mort, the new hero. I haven't seen him yet, but I hear he's pretty counterable. Although I'm not sure that's the case for me. Landry actually is very scary to me. Just because she can get off ulties really freaking fast. And she penetrates, and she's uncounterable, so ML Kin, Seaside Bologna, all that just doesn't work. And the fighting spirit thing, so she basically resets all her cooldowns. So you're eating 2 ults, especially if you're running her with someone that does cooldown reduction somehow. It's just a mess. It's just a super mess. Ceci I'll fight a lot, but she's super annoying. Kisei, same thing. Vildred I don't mind as much, but it depends who he's paired with. Normally I see him with Seaside Bologna. But then also you'll just randomly see him with like Rylet and just like all these people that are like, oh my god. The one hero I will almost never fight is Little Queen Charlotte, just because you saw how stacked my dark team is. This lady can just smash it all, and if you don't know, her ulti hits super hard, penetrates defense, and if it's a dark elemental hero, inflicts additional damage proportional to caster's attack to all enemies, so basically it turns them into a giant necro bomb from Corpse Explode from Diablo 2. So I do not fight her unless for whatever reason they have a team that's weak enough that I don't need Ken. And even then, I'm kind of choosy. Dark Corvus, you heard me kind of have my misgivings about him, but every time I fight a Dark Corvus in PvP, he's just too freaking tanky, and he's always paired up with, like, Ruel, or, like, DN, or Adventurer Roz, or just, like, a bunch of people that do nothing but make him tanky, FCC. And eventually, you hit so many times that this dude just does his ulti and usually one-shots somebody. Especially if they're running him with, like, I forget her name, but the fire tank that cleanses all debuffs is just like, can't do nothing with them. Specimen says I pick my spots. Blood Moon Haste I will not fight, because he's usually paired up with a bunch of heavy hitters. If you don't know Blood Moon Haste, he pretty much puts Extinction on everybody. And he penetrates, so... Although, to be honest, I don't really have a Reviver outside of... the lady I don't run. Let's see here. Katie's ML is who I was talking about. Last Rider Krau I usually won't fight unless he has a team around him that is not beneficial, because his ulti penetrates and does not trigger counters. And he seems to get his ulti multiple times really freaking fast. I haven't completely read his kit, but I've had him ulti me like every 3 turns. That's usually a no-go. One person I will never fight, top model Luluka. Oh my god, she always just smashes me, it doesn't matter. If I debuff her, if anything, she just comes out and she just one-shots whoever she's hitting. And I've seen her with like Blood Moon Haste and Tenebra. And I think an FCC, and that team just demolishes people if you don't have the right way to counter them. And there's all types of other, like Rose Cleave, you know, the 4-stars, the various 4-stars that are really good. And even some of the 3-stars, but most of them are combat readiness pushers. So if they're teamed a certain way, I don't usually mess with it, so... Anyways, I figured we could end the video. I'll show you guys what I'm doing in Arena. I'm trying to push towards Challenger for the end of the week. We got, what, about 3 days? So I think I'll get there. Defense teams always get smoked no matter what I do. And there's my win percentage. Not the greatest, but definitely better than it was last week. So, we're gonna go ahead, let's do a combat. I think I can smash... Oh wait, I'll give you guys my rationale for why I'm fighting certain teams. So like I said, I'm not fighting that second team just because Luluka's there. But overall, that's a lot of AoE damage that I cannot handle. The third team, it looks like I could probably take it, but then I see Rose, and I'm like, nope. Rose Cleave, you know what's coming. All 4 of them are going to have turns. She's going to cooldown reset anybody that's dark and get an extra turn. Dizzy's debuffing, and he's probably hitting like a truck. And by then, at least one person's got to be dead, I would think. At that point. This team, the 4th team, I don't want to mess with because it's got Charles, for one. She can get rid of all debuffs on the first turn, and then you just got tons of follow-up. If I had, like, the right setup, like if my Elena was higher, I would actually probably do this team. But sadly, she's not, so... and then the 5th team, I have reservations about. It's essentially the same team as that, I guess not quite. Almost. Well, anyways, the only reservation I have is Assassin Colis on teams like this usually hit, like, trucks, and she can even, like, one-shot my, her face, Acades, who has, like, 20k plus health. So, I'm still gonna fight it, but we'll fight it later. Right now, we're gonna fight this first team. And... since we're doing combat, we might as well do some combat music, eh? Let's do it. So this team, the reason I fought them, although... Look, I took the wrong team. I wasn't even looking at what team I put in. Well... we're just gonna have to make it work. This is usually my PvP bots team. But, whatever. They're not optimally geared to pull off the, Alots BBK combo, but... if, BBK gets low enough... I think we got a good chance. Kitty's gonna be able to remove a bunch of buffs, so that's good. Yeah, eventually I do want to run these characters in PvP more, but... Alright, so let's see. We haven't attacked yet, so she's not gonna follow up. Oh, we got a Tangahol's book, okay. Trying to decide what I want to do with that. This will usually get rid of buffs. 80% chance, let's do it. Oh, it reduces duration by 2 turns, so... buffs are still there, but they're just not gigantic duration like they were before. Oh, you know what's coming. Well, let me see. I could try to go for the silence. Plus, if I do BBK right now, she's not even going to do any damage anyways. Well, that's too bad. What do you get when you burn on this guy? Combat readiness. No. Oh, he gets the extra turn. Okay, yeah, let's do that. You can tell how much I use A-Lots in PvP. I recently just shanked one of his gear pieces for Raz because he had a really good speed neck with health. Oh, she's still alive. And she's low health. Will it work? Oh, I wish I could burn though, fuck. But I needed that extra turn, that's just how it goes. Good luck. At least she'll be at full health, unless she misses somehow. And this should pretty much G everybody but Vivian. Oh no, Vivian didn't make it. Damn it. Alright, that's it. So, I took the wrong team in. She'll get there. Once I get her better gear and more crit damage, she'll get there. Alright, so like I was saying, would have beat that team if I was paying attention. So let's see here. They got a Dizzy. I don't want to get into the counter battles. If I take my Ballona's a little squishy. Maybe BBK could work. I could take Vildred. But Vildred, he's just basically on my team to dog walk, so... Should I do Dizzy? There's really no Dispel there. I guess we'll do that. Play it safe. Alright, take two. Now we need different combat music. Luckily they don't have any immunity. And we get a counterattack. Oh, she only got the speed debuff. Damn, that sucks. I wanted to at least get the miss debuff or the attack down debuff on Seaside. Yep, here comes the counter. Ouch. I think they might G me again anyways, just because the debuff's missed. Yeah, we'll see who survives. So let's see, that would be 6 attacks. So if I do an AoE, I get another counter. Let's freaking get Seaside Bellona. Oh good, my heal's gonna go off. Shoot, we're gonna be so low after this, but it should be okay. It's just gonna be one counter. We're probably gonna have to eat after this. We'll see. Hopefully Ken gets a good counter here. There's a reason I took that nullifier off her. So what is that? If I do an AoE, she counters. Yeah, I think Dizzy should be okay. Let's do it. But yeah, I didn't realize how many counters they put into Ken in this meta. Not to mention they've inadvertently like screwed up what's her face? What's her name? Maid Charlotte? Is that her? Because they put so much extinction in the game to counter Arbiter Vildred that it just completely nerfed what she was all about too. Which is too bad, because I never thought Maid was like broken or anything. And here come the Whirlwind. If you're wondering, I got Daydream Joker on her because I've been using her in boss battles. Otherwise, I normally have her with Time Matters. Or I've been using her in Abyss, rather. They might be able to kill... Even if they kill 2 people, there's no way they kill. Okay. I like using my Acades as a mana battery. Or a soul battery. So, S3, S2, rinse and repeat. Unless I really need an attack follow-up for some reason. Dizzy's got Abyssal on her, so... Reap the stuns. Go ahead and smash Dizzy up before she gets her next round of debuffs off. Oh, she's got Proof of Valor. I think this one's pretty much over. course, a big miss. So it goes. How's your guys' PvP going? I know most of you guys are going to be way higher than me, because the way the meta is now, I'm not going to freaking make any progress past Challenger. Until A, I get much better gear, and B, I get a wider variety of characters, starting with Light. We're all at the mercy of RNG, right? Team wipe. Okay, so for the rank of Master 1, I'm going to try this team out, and then win or lose, we're calling that video there. So the things I'm looking at for this team, Dizzy's going to be next to Useless. Well, yeah, it just depends. Because the problem is, Lilius is going to dispel any debuffs I put up early. If I was confident Dizzy could make it to round 2, or turn 2, which I'm not, because I'm figuring Coley's going to go on whoever has the lowest defense, which is going to be Dizzy. You're going to eat at least one counter from Seaside Bologna, along with 2 other AoEs, and then a third AoE from Seaside Bologna as well. But then I want to hit with as many AoEs as possible because stealth is going to be an issue. But in my mind, I'm kind of like, you have to go with Dizzy anyways, and even if you can't debuff, just do turn pushback. I really actually don't like playing Dizzy this much. That's just how it is. Alright, so I guess we're going with this then. I want to sneak in Seaside, but I wonder if I could win a shootout. Screw it, we'll try it. Just hope this isn't like a god tier assassin Coley. Here you go. But yeah, in the comments, let me know, guys, which heroes are your guys' bane? Which heroes do you find the most effective for you? Ooh, okay, and he's stunned too. Fuck. God damn, dude. Before I could even act. Because he wouldn't have got stunned if I had freaking... I think that's game, but... we'll keep trying. Guess maybe I should have sat Ken up top. Yeah, he probably would have died anyways. I get slightly more defense because of a Cadiz in my top and front row. But I want to put a Cadiz in front so that she would eat all the Seaside Bologna damage, because Seaside transfers a decent amount of her damage. Oh, that's too bad. Defense break just went up too. Oh, she's still there. Okay, I'm gonna be suicidal here. I'm gonna hit as many AoEs as I can to hopefully provoke an extra counterattack. And there's gonna be some damage control. Let's do it. Because I really want to kill that Coley. Oh wow, this might work out. So Coley was really strong, but everyone was super squishy, so I guess I got away with one here. If that team was properly built, though, I would have got smashed. But hey, you don't know until you try, right? Ooh, consecutive victories. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're wondering about my defense team, I did take Seaside Bologna out for most of the season, and I had BBK there as more of a deterrent, so that if people wanted to hit this team with AoE bombardment, they'd look at her and think twice, because you know how a lot of them are geared, even though mine's not geared to the teeth like that one is. Ken, I know he's more of a liability now on defense than he used to be, but I just need some type of gimmick, and it's just the way it is. There's really no one else I could put there. His soul doesn't do the job that he does. And I guess that's it, guys. So, alright, homies. So I will catch you again. Oh, let me tell you real quick what I'm doing now. I just signed a sponsorship deal with a company, so I'm gonna be doing a video for them once a month. But we'll get more to that later. GTA Arcade, I believe. Arcade is the name of the company. They're out of Singapore, so I've been looking through one of their their whole game catalog. They do like the Game of Thrones game and a bunch of other games, and there's one that looked pretty good. It was kind of like a Kung Fu Chinese style game. But if you guys are really curious, go look up their list of games. I've done a couple advertisements for them before, but now they actually want to pay me is like on top of whatever I would make normally on YouTube. So it's a deal I'm willing to take on and see how it goes, if the game quality's there. So look forward to that. Also, I'm considering doing a couple guides for Swordmaster Story. It's a gacha game. At first it looks like it's an idle game, but it really isn't an idle game because it doesn't play for you offline. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it, and I didn't see too many guides on it, so I figured I'd do like a couple one-off guides, like maybe a beginner's guide and a things to, things to pay attention to guide. I'm also considering going back to streaming Epic 7, but just like once a week so that it doesn't completely overtake everything I'm doing like it did before, where I'm only streaming Epic 7. So with that, we could bring back Stream Raiders for those of you guys that used to play with me on that game, because that game was a lot of fun to parse with it. And since the game's just throwing so much energy at us now, figured now would be a good time to explore that. So, yeah, I got a couple other ideas for some videos here. The community's changed so much since I've been gone. It's like really amazing to see now. There's so many like homeschooled hosted tournaments from dudes like Shotgun Shogun, who I just found out about, Pan Shui, etc. So I've been checking out a lot of those and monitoring things and seeing how everything is now. So it's pretty fun. And oh yeah, those are some of the things I'm looking at, guys. So let me know if there's a new hot thing that you guys want me to cover or at least look at. I'll give it a look. And yeah, that's going to be it for me today, guys. So hope you have a wonderful evening. Peace out. Oh, and Merry Christmas if I don't make another video by then.